Hi guys, welcome back once again to my podcast. This is Let's Talk About It with Vancy. My name is Vancy Tomson and I am your host tonight. However, I am not so excited like I am usually in the other episodes that I've been recording. I'm a little sad because of the conversation that we are going to have. Well, this podcast is titled Social Media Clout, a deeper look into the Immy Vogue. Now, anyone who has a smartphone has come across the video that has been making rounds of a student of Makerere University from Cobhams that was kneeling before a girl and trying to explain himself and apologize for what he did. And apparently, this lady was a bit hesitant to forgive him and all of that. And he keeps on begging her and asking her and convincing her that he will actually be submissive. I don't want to get into the facts of the story because everyone has their own side. Everyone has said what they've said. People are talking everywhere. Students are sharing the kind of information that they like to share. Everyone is taking sides. Those who are blaming the dude are blaming the dude, and those who are blaming the lady. It's become comedy on social media. It is a meme and it's so funny to people, and I am struggling to find what is funny about this video. Fact, I am trying so hard to find the comedy, but I cannot see anything that's funny in this video. Why? It's not about the sides. Now, I haven't done this podcast to condemn anyone. I haven't done this podcast to take sides or speak about who was right or who was wrong. I'm going to leave those conversations to politicians. But there is something big around here that we are taking for granted. Now, social media today has become a tool of mass distraction. Actually, I should call it a weapon of mass distraction. It is mass media, social media in mass media, but it's doing more harm than good. Now, I know that people that originally made social media never had intentions of harming anyone, but we have turned social media into something that is going to destroy a lot of young lives and a lot of young people. Now, clout basically means to seek attention, popularity, and now social media clout in slang simply means trying to get the kind of attention that you would want on social media. Now, people have done all crazy things to get views, to get likes, to get follow backs, to get whatever they want on social media. They go to deeper lengths to do what they can do to make sure that people see them, that people recognize them. People are no longer focusing on what is real, but they want to be on social media. A few moments ago, I lost one of my old boys. Not so long ago, probably a year or two ago. And guess what? Just around the time that he got in an accident with his two friends, someone was recording the video while they were on the ground for some minutes. And I was asking myself that whoever was recording this video of these three young men that were dying, because actually two died on spot, and then this old boy of mine was taken to the hospital, and then he was kept there in the ICU for some moments, and then he later on passed. So someone recorded that video and shared it on social media, and I was asking myself that the time that he took to pull out his phone, record the video and share it, someone's life could have been saved. Now that is the kind of generation we are living in. And still, not so long ago, there was something that also was making rounds. So there was a drunk man who was crushed by a trailer. But the sad bit is that from the start that this drunk man was going to be crushed, somebody was recording. He was actually drunk. He went towards a boda and asked if he could be taken. When this boda saw that he was drunk, he declined. And somebody was recording, following him step by step. So he starts walking, in a zigzag kind of manner, and he's walking side to side. You know how a drunk person works. And then he gets to the road and then he keeps going, and then he sees a trailer. He sees a trailer that is moving, and then he runs after it. And then while he's running after it and he tries to actually outcompete it, he kind of like slips and then falls under the tires of the trailer, and then he is crushed. But the sad bit? The sad bit isn't the fact that this drunk man was crushed, but somebody was recording this because he thought that it was actually funny that a man was drunk and then he had no balance. What was the purpose? So what was the point? What was the point of recording this? And the sad bit isn't the fact that this man died, but the sad bit is the fact that someone still went ahead to share this video, disrespecting the dead. People are doing everything they can. People are doing all that it takes to actually gain attention, even if it means posting what is inappropriate. If we really knew how much people don't care, then we would actually spend time doing things that matter. Somebody has lost somebody they close to, maybe your pops or your parent, and someone is gonna take the video or the pictures and then post them and share everywhere and tell everybody what happened. People don't care. People don't really care. That's the truth. They don't feel your pain. But everybody wants their pity. Everybody wants attention. Everyone is looking, how are they going to know it? How are they going to film it? How are they going to see it? And someone is going to get that same thing and they're going to share it everywhere and post it everywhere. And then that's going to be it. There's nothing more they're going to offer, but everyone is going to continue with their own lives. Now that is actually quite understandable. If you get to Twitter, it's crazy. You want to get followers, you must be naked. I mean, I don't know about other countries, but in Uganda, that is the way to go. And guess what? Young girls are getting onto this. Somebody gets on there and then takes pictures. You can find people who have never posted their faces on social media, on their Twitter, and everything is so sexual everywhere. You cannot scroll down 4 times and then you don't find something sexual. Someone posting her boobs, or someone posting her thighs, or something like that. But that's the way to go. And guess what? Men are gonna be happy and they're gonna be like, babe, you hot, and they're praising her, and she feels like, wow, I need to keep doing this. We are slaves to social media. And then when you get a real problem, these people that are following you and liking you and making you go crazy about everything that's taking place, they won't be around actually. Now this is what I'm trying to do. I am trying to tell you how it is so unfortunate that people are doing everything it takes to get attention on social media, even if it means posting something that is inappropriate. Now for the sake of this gentleman that was in the video that has been making rounds, now he might have been wronged, I don't know, and I don't really care about that, but recording that video and uploading it was inappropriate because someone is trying to prove. Now what was the point of showing them you are in a relationship? Do you really have to post your man that is begging for you on social media? Do you have an idea what kind of damage you could do to this gentleman? This is how we drive people into mental illnesses. And right now, mental health is a real thing. Mental illnesses are real. And things like suicide, things like depression, they all start from, mental problems. More than 700,000 people die due to suicide every year. Suicide is the 4th leading cause of death among 15 to 29-year-olds. Now, not everyone that commits suicide is actually crazy. Now, some people have been forced into these situations because you forced them into this kind of thing. My prayers are with this young man. It is my prayer that everything that's taking place in social media hasn't affected him, that he stands and continues to walk with his life. But honestly, I know the danger of your life being pushed to the limits. You know that people can make something that is untrue so real that it affects you and breaks you down, and people break down and they get mental issues and then they think of taking their own lives. It doesn't come from far. And if you're listening to me and probably you took it upon yourself to share that video, maybe on your status or something, and let me say you never had intentions, but you're making it go viral, and that's not funny at all. It's not funny at all. Imagine that was your brother. Imagine that was your sister. Imagine that was your uncle. Imagine that was your dad in that video. Would you be glad to share it? Now we do a lot of things. We are so crazy about trending. We are so crazy about being cool and catching up with trends, but what are you hopping on? You are contributing to someone's distraction. You are contributing to someone's, death. You are contributing to someone's end. That is what you are actually doing. You are not helping at all. It is not really funny. I sit down sometimes, I was having a conversation with a friend not so long ago, and I told him that I think life was easy in the days of our parents. The presence of social media has made life so hard. Everything is so complicated. There is so much unnecessary competition. Everyone is trying to be better than the other. Everyone is trying to prove a point. And people are competing with things that aren't even real. Everyone is trying to look cool, and everyone is trying to trend. Everyone is trying to get views. Everyone is trying, to get attention. This whole social media clout, and you have no idea how many people are being pushed to the limit. I always talk about this example sometime. I had to leave social media and got off for 4 months because it was getting crazy for me. Everything sometimes gets so messed up, and you actually have no idea how everything is going to work out. And if you don't understand how to, gain the discipline of having control over what you do on social media, what you take in, the kind of content that you breathe in, the kind of things that you watch, the kind of messages that you listen to, the memes that you laugh at, it is not funny. People have taken this to another level because of their too much need for attention. They even post memes about Jesus Christ, and that's not funny. You understand? And then he is a Christian that thinks that that's not funny, but they're gonna get the same meme and post it on their status, and then they say, oh my god, look how crazy the world is, but you're sharing the same thing and you're giving it to people, right? Now, I'm not trying to say that the pictures that they share as the image of Jesus, actually that's it, because whatever we see in videos and pictures, that is just a man that acted. But the mere fact that you can get a replica of Jesus and then you say that he is trying to do this. You saw around the festive season people posting all images and claiming that that was Jesus. I mean, we have people on social media, even on TikTok, someone is called Jesus Christ. We have him on Twitter, it's even a verified account, Jesus Christ, and then he's doing all sorts of crazy things. I mean, if you believed in Jesus Christ, you wouldn't want to do that. When the disciples of Jesus, when they were complaining about who would sit on the right hand of the Father, who would sit, they were talking about whom Jesus loves the most and all of that. They wanted to be on the right hand when time comes. But do you know what Jesus asked them? Can you drink the cup I drink? Can you be baptized in the baptism that I am baptized? A true Christian that understands what it means to drink from the cup Jesus drinks, what it means to be baptized, the kind of baptism that Jesus was baptized. Well, these disciples actually drank from that cup, they did. But if you comprehend what that exactly means, you cannot wake up one morning and start making fun of Jesus Christ. You cannot do that. You can't. And as a Christian that understands, you cannot even share that kind of meme. You cannot do that. Now, some of us have become slaves to trying to make people impress. We have made social media competition. You wake up in the morning and you're wondering, what am I gonna do? You start thinking, I am out of new clothes. I posted everything on my Instagram. My whole closet is on Instagram. So if I post the same picture in the same old clothes, no one is going to respect me, because they're going to think that I have no new shoes, that I have no new clothes. So you're going to do everything it takes. You're going, some ladies are going to sleep with some men to get some money, and some dudes are going to borrow money. They're going to do everything, getting into date just to impress people on social media. That is so heartbreaking. It is disappointing. You have no idea how fake lives are on social media. It is not healthy. It's not healthy at all if you think about it closely. Now, I'm really sorry, but I'm really heartbroken. I'm very heartbroken about how young people are being wasted away on social media. People are hooked on their phones. Someone is on TikTok 24 hours, 6 hours of 24 hours. You are on TikTok all day scrolling and trying to watch funny videos. Do you have an idea what TikTok is doing to you? Do you know what TikTok is doing to your mind? You have no idea. You see, TikTok has an AI system that automatically hacks your phone, and picks information, your conversations, your search history, your results and all of that. You ever ask yourself why TikTok gives you exactly what you want? You ever ask yourself a question, why is it that when I get on my phone on TikTok and I want to watch 2 videos, I end up watching 100 videos because I cannot leave it for even 2 hours? It is an AI system. These Chinese have mastered how to enslave people. Facts. They're working on this tech. So when the algorithm picks what they need, they know what you want. That is why if you are a fan of football, that is what's going to keep coming on your FYP. If you are a fan of comics, that is what's going to keep coming up on your FYP, so you don't leave that place. Now we are so hooked, we are getting addicted. Now I'm going to leave the side of addiction in the time we spend on social media. The truth is that social media can be a tool that can either build us or actually break us. Before you share anything, before you post anything, think about that person. And after thinking about that person, think about you, think about your family, think about your moms. Now think about your daddy scrolling on social media someday and then they land on a video of you doing whatever you're doing. Because we all have skeletons in our closets. Yes, we do. Nobody is perfect. Just that some of us haven't been caught on camera. And then we have the guts to judge somebody. We think that we're perfect, but we're not perfect. We are all looking for the mercies of the Lord, and we need Him to have mercy on us so He can lead us, so He can give us a way out. That is the real truth. We no longer have time to pray. We no longer have time to read the Bible. We no longer have time to go to church. We no longer have time to go for fellowship. And all we say is that we are busy. Now tell me something. How have 6 hours on TikTok benefited your life? How have 9 hours of watching series and movies benefited your life? If you think about it closely, you don't even remember the movies you watched 6 months ago. But that's your God. Now that's where you be, and you say, I have no time to go to church. I have no time for fellowship. I have no time for family. Not so long ago, we went for some kind of birthday party, and after the party was over, it was time to go back, but people were kind of catching up. After 5 minutes, I realized that I was the only one that was talking with a certain lady that was sitting next to me. And then one of us asked, Vancy, you guys are having, a lot of jers, right? I mean, wow, you're conversing and all of that. And then she asked, hey, excuse me, lady, where's your phone? And then she said, I bet you died. And you, Vancy, where's your phone? I said, my phone is in my pocket. So she's only talking to you because her phone went down. You know what, everybody else? We were 20 people at this party, but only 2 people were having a conversation. You know what the rest were doing? They were on their phones updating their statuses and telling everybody, yo, we out and we're looking good. And by the way, let me tell you the sad truth. Sometimes people turn up at your party not because they love you, but because they got a new cloth and they want to show it that I'm having a good time and I'm having life. This is the life. And they gonna come there. They won't give you the time, but they want to record pretty videos and pretty pictures, take pretty pictures and share them on social media so the rest can know that they're living the best life. They don't really care about you. So I was actually perturbed. I said, wow, 20 people on the same table and 2 people conversing, the rest on their phones. Now, no one wanted to talk to somebody that was available, but everyone was talking to someone that was away. I mean, where are the days? Those days when family was family. If you were in the same house, your dad, your mom, you and your siblings and everybody, that was it. Nothing else mattered. Family is all that mattered. But today, someone is here and they are not really here. If we don't think about this closely, families are gonna break up, relationships are gonna break up, everything is gonna fall apart because everybody is busy. This is a generation that is full of noise, and all this noise is on the internet, all this noise is on social media, and that is why it is so hard to hear the voice of God. Everyone is talking, everything is speaking. This is a world full of many voices, and it's gonna take a lot of sacrifice for you to align yourself and listen to the voice of God, because God spoke, God is speaking, and God will always speak. He's talking to us every day. Well, my brothers and sisters that have turned into this podcast, what I can say to you is, let's not be slaves to social media. Let us use social media for the right reasons. I know we all want to have fun and have a good time, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Social media isn't worth your purity. Social media isn't worth anything that you do. We can use it to advance the kingdom. When the Bible says the time is going to come when the gospel is going to be in all the 4 corners of the world. Guys, this is the time. It's not fair. The internet is the 4 corners of the world. That is it. I mean, you can do anything. I can be here. Now, I am recording this podcast and I am in Uganda. I am in Kampala. But people are going to listen to me from anywhere they are in the world. And this is how the gospel moves. So when you are not spreading the gospel to the 4 corners of the world, man, you are working for the devil. You are working for the enemy. And that is all you are spreading. You are spreading seed of discord in the church among his brothers. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's link up next Monday, same time, same place. Don't be afraid to share this message, share this podcast, tell a friend about it, and let's catch up sometime. I love you guys. I wish you a blessed week full of life. Peace out.